Top of the morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your brother Bolo VNR. Hope all is well with you. Today is what? Tuesday? Tuesday. No, today I'm Monday, right? Oh, me I run on the them so. Or today or Tuesday? Man, I don't remember, bro. Let me check. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. The days are a blur, ladies and gentlemen. The days are a blur. Yeah, today is Tuesday, the 24th. How are you guys doing? Thank God for another day. With all of the challenges, you know, still maintain the same way. Still upkeep way. I have a poll going, ladies and gentlemen, and I would love for you guys to let me know in the poll, who would you promote to represent you? PMP? Or I'm going to start doing my own polls on the channel. Hopefully we have enough participants to come in. But I'm going to start off the show this way. Just get that video. Somebody just send me that video. Portland. You are the guys you're talking about today. For the first part of the show. But there are some bigger issues. And I have to be very, very... I was trying to give you guys some time to come in, but I have to start the show. For those that watch the replay, please remember to like the video, share the video. Don't keep it to yourself. If you like the content. If you don't like the content, hit the dislike button. If you want to continue to watch this platform, subscribe, click the bell and click all so you can get all notifications. I will no longer be sharing my links in my groups. I will just send you a message in the group saying, yo, listen, I'm live. I'm going to do it right now. I have a group. I'm going to send the message in the group and let them know that I'm live. Yep. Right now. Can do a look what them call it? A local video. Alright, jungle people. Oh crap, I sent that home. Alright, jungle people, as you can see, I'm live right now. Alright, live right now. Alright, so what's up, Gary? Blessings. Alright, people, take a look at this.
They are suffering for water up here. Every day we have water problem. We in Lighthouse here, desperately for water.
If we don't buy, or if rain don't fall, we don't get any water.
We have to buy water and sometimes there's no money to buy. My tank, 4,000 they pay for it. And it don't even last any longer. We have to take time with it.
Most of the time when we need the water, we don't have any money to buy the water. And if we don't have the money to purchase it, we cannot get it.
Me now as a hustler now, it hard now, me go now, me want a good bed now, me have to go do. Get bucket and swap the river. As me can't get water, as me not go can buy it all the time.
Those people then selling the water.
If they're selling the water to us, they're not push no effort for us to get our own water because they're making the money.
Because you have to buy it from the vase truck. You know what them call vase land.
That a rip off, that a robber. Can't take no more.
Someone like Isaac to step up and do something for real good that we can appreciate.
We are in a parish where water is running rampant through streams and waterfalls and rivers. We have to ensure that what we think about is how we are going to channel the water, catch the water, store the water. Without giving out that plan, I'm going to tell you that it is a simple fix.
I believe he can do it. I believe it will work for us. I believe it will make a change.
Big up Isaac Buchanan, see? You know, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but it is an indictment on the government and the MPs of Portland that so much water is... Portland is... I've been to Portland. If you want rain to fall, randomly, just say rain at Portland and rain fall. And the amount of water with the Portland, it's like, it's a fear sometimes when rain fall. You don't even want to get caught in a Portland when rain fall. If you're not from Portland, you have to drive. There's bridges that have collapsed in Portland. You understand? Water, one of the most aggressive forces element in the history of mankind. Respect water. We need it for drinking, and it can also destroy everything that you have. If water is coming at speed from anywhere, man, try and get out the way. I'm just telling you right now. But anyway, I'm glad that the people of Portland, you know, is relating with Isaac. And it's a simple plan, but don't give it out that smart, because, you know, JLP, them thief the idea, them left, right, and center. And it's just the truth. They have no shame. Them bare face. 1 minute the plan can't work, and the next minute, hey, that's the plan. What's up, Selena? Selena. 1 minute the plan cannot work, and then the next minute they're running with the plan. So anyway, one other thing I want to address before I go into the meat and potatoes of this live stream. Yes, I hope you're doing well too, sweetie. You know, Pastor, the Prophet Mark Stewart, warned, called a few names of the vloggers, saying that, you know, these people, the government will be coming after us. And I have long expected that, because you see the posture, the dictatorship posture of this current administration. You hear the utterances. I've seen a video of Desmond McKenzie, you know, repeated his utterances of that he will not surrender Jamaica to the PNP. Again, suggesting that somehow Jamaica is under hostage of the JLP, because you would have to be in the possession of something for you to surrender it. So when did the JLP own Jamaica for them to say and declare that they will not surrender Jamaica to the PNP, when there's a democratic process where you vote, and who wins, they get. So what is gonna happen when the PNP wins and the people vote out the JLP? You know, these utterances, these things. So these types of things, you know, clearly tells me that who we are dealing with is a very dangerous syndicate of people, and the only entity that can stop them is God Almighty. Yes. All the people have to do is succumb to the will of the Creator. Surrender to the Creator. Jamaica surrender to the Creator, and the JLP will be forced to surrender Jamaica to the people. That is the formula. That's it. That's it. Surrender to God Almighty, Jesus Christ. You understand? Surrender to the Most High. And the JLP will have to surrender Jamaica to God. Because they think it's the PMP going to win the election. No. It's God. They're up against God. Alright? And if you guys have been following the prophets, a lot of them, you know, their judgment is coming be very very painful. Yeah, God has no mercy on them. So let them continue in their vein of trying, you know, destroying this country and destroying the good patriotic people of this country. You know, it's not going to bode well for them in the end. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. God is in control. Alright? Alright, so here we go. This that I'm about to play is very interesting. Wow. Portland again.
Let's talk about that. Somebody has sent me a voice note from East Portland.
East Portland.
You know what hear the voice note
Of
from East
course.
Portland? Fine Pumps and Mrs. Pumps left for me.
That are Daryl Vaz and his wife? Yes, yes.
And that's why she left Washington to come down here because she's a national disgrace. Fine Pumps and Mrs. Pumps left for me now, man. Fine Pumps and Mrs. Pumps.
Dang.
Hey, judgment to the Jamaica, judgment.
Judgment indeed, hear this?
The young lady say she go to Anne-Marie Vaz's office. Producer Fine Pumps. Producer on Fine Pumps and Mrs. Pumps for me now, please. The young lady said, I don't know if you heard that them say them building a relief center for the homeless in Portland. A shelter. The young lady said she was a farmer, she was a laborite. She said she was a laborite Jamaica. She was a laborite. But it's interesting, Jamaica, what she said happened. And I'm going to play the whole voice note because she explained Jamaica. She explained thoroughly what, when she got to Anne-Marie Vaz's office, what the receptionist told her. Is there anybody at Anne-Marie Vaz's office when named Akeem Fletcher?
Hey.
I don't know who they are Anne-Marie Vaz's office because I never go there and I will never go there.
You famous, I know?
Anybody at Anne-Marie Vaz's office named Akeem Fletcher? Producer, you work with me slow tonight because you know me have plenty things. Anybody? Akeem Fletcher. I wonder if it's that black one, that black puss. I wonder if it's that black puss. Anybody at Anne-Marie Vaz's office named Akeem Fletcher?
Listen to this. Like up life, people.
Vaz. You have somebody at your office named Akeem Fletcher.
Let me turn the camera to see what I'm
Other little grass mine. That little one, Courtney. The one will look like the black puss. Yeah, man, the black puss. Remember saying, you know, them have them as bosses slave and run up and down in a Portland for them, you know. Listen to this, Jamaica. Only listen to this. Listen to this.
Hold on there. Hold on there. Listen to the youth here. What them say named Akeem Fletcher. See him there? Alright? Yeah. Alright, listen to the voice now. I'm going to go back a little bit.
Only listen to this. Listen to this.
Good evening, sir. I have a complaint to make about Akeem Fletcher at Anne-Marie Vaz's office in East Portland.
Yeah.
I went there to...
You want to hear the voice note? Not my word. I don't know Akeem Fletcher. This is what the lady is saying in the voice note. Alright? So she had talked about her experience in the voice note. Okay, my good people. Oh, and you remember I've always been telling you guys that my computer and my everything has been under attack. This is why I'm not surprised by the utterance of Mark Stewart. A lady texted me last night and said, Bolo, why are your numbers so low? Yes. Apparently what I say or what I share is a problem. But I expected it because, Patricia, how you doing? I expected it because look what they did to Pastor Peter Chambers. And Pastor Peter Chambers is a prophet and a pastor. Alright? They sent, the man was labeled a criminal. The man was labeled a criminal, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not surprised at the tactics of the devil. Alright? I am not surprised at the tactics of the devil. Only a fool will be surprised at the tactics of the devil. The devil doesn't have any boundaries. The devil uses all different types of tactics. Yes? Yes. So let's continue on hearing what they have to say here.
Ask a question about the poor relief place open beside the Army Lane, beside the fire station. Because she responds, sorry. I went to the office and I asked Akeem what is the procedure, what you guys want. If you don't want no security, if you don't want no nurse, Akeem looked at me and said, me if you go to Isaac, because Isaac no have vote for. Council, go to Batman, Isaac.
Wow.
They said, Isaac guess what me if you go. I turned to them and said, I don't have no sense. Because through me switch and I never vote for PNP yet. And now when they give me the reason for vote for PNP.
People when you hear that, Ryan Campbell, what's up? So now they must style Isaac. Well, a good while now, they must style Isaac as Isaac a fish, you know. Not my word. Not my word, people. You know, this is what they do. But it's, you know, I can't understand the JLP government and the people within it. Are they trying, like the people that work for the JLP, you guys don't know that the JLP signed the Samoa Agreement? The JLP, the flag, the flag was flying high in Kingston at the embassy. The colorful community flag was flying high under this government, right? There was no protest about it. There was nothing. The Samoa Agreement, they were pressured in signing the Samoa Agreement by the J flag community in Jamaica. There was a pastor that burned out the colorful community, right? I need to play back those videos on Bolo TBV. Guys, if you are not subbed up to Bolo TBV, sub up. I will be posting old clippings of stories, key points, key discoveries that I came across in my journey here on YouTube from last year till now. You get me? There's a lot of things this government has done that I know some of you are not aware of. But they signed the Samoa Agreement December 14, 2023. The articles are there. You have Observer. You have, and the Samoa Agreement deals with directly laws and legislation to make that community or the people from that community in Jamaica comfortable. No discrimination. You can't look upon them. Everything that happened in America, they want to bring it here. Everything that happened in other countries around the world, they want to bring it here. They hate that Jamaica is quote-unquote homophobic. They hate that Jamaica burn out those things like how the Bible burn it out. They hate it. Not your damn business in the building. What up, broski? One of my day ones in the building. What up, man? Salute to you, sir. How you doing, man? I hope I'm talking today that you can understand, Nacho. So, I don't understand how the current political power, the JLP, the Jamaica Labour Party, is styling or calling other people chichi man and all of these things. Bro, you guys are pro the LGBTQ community. The Jamaica Labour Party is pro the LGBTQ community. As a matter of fact, I'll take it a step further. I haven't heard the PMP go against the LGBTQ community. I've never heard them go against it. Never. So this is not a JLP or PMP thing with this particular topic. The two parties have the JLP have signed a Samoa agreement, right? There's stuff that Mama P did. There's stuff that they said. Well, I don't know about Mr. Pattis, but I believe under Mama P, there was areas where, these people could go and get married in Jamaica. You understand? This government, and I was listening to what's his name again? Two Locks or Curly Locks. Vice Box. I listen to Vice Box. I don't know who Vice Box is. Karen, what's up? And he was saying that both governments have violated the buggery law. Both governments have broken the buggery law to facilitate the LGBTQ community in Jamaica. Both of them have done it. I don't think Jamaicans are ready for this topic, I don't think we're ready for this. I don't think none of the political parties. I don't think none of the political parties is ready for this topic. To have an honest conversation with Jamaicans about where they stand with this. Because when I listen to the words that they use, anytime I hear politicians say an inclusive community, once them say inclusive, they're speaking, in my opinion, specifically to that community. Once I hear them say inclusive, we want an inclusive society and we don't want any discrimination, and they talk about laws, they're not talking about regular folk. They're talking about that community. Period. The colorful community in Jamaica, I hear they have events every year now. Like how you see the LGBTQ community in America run around in parades, no clothes or little clothes on in the streets, going on with themselves. Similar thing is happening here in Jamaica, allegedly. I wouldn't know. I'm not going to those. I'm a heterosexual. I believe in God, and God does not stand for that. So I'm not standing with that. You understand? Period. And that's not hate. That is love. Because if you go against God, I don't know if you heard, but you're going to go to hell. I'm just saying. So yeah, that's it. Not my word. That's the Bible. You don't want to believe in the Bible. Hey, do your thing. That doesn't make it right what you're doing. Like I said, people don't want to have an honest conversation about this, man. I mean, anybody can sin. You know what I mean? You do what you want to do. You grown. I don't care about nobody's personal life. It's not affecting me, really. Unless you mess with my children or try to sway my people into your way of living. Then we got a problem. That's when we have a legit problem. Yeah. I always say, if you can't have children because you chose to not have children because of your sexual lifestyle, what gives you the right to indoctrinate my child into a sexual preference? I have a lineage that I want to continue, whether through my daughter or my son. That is my right. God, that's my God-given right. That's my sovereign God-given right. This is above the law of the land at this point. All right? God-given right, sovereign God-given right. I have a child. My child, the Bible says, go forth and multiply like the sands of the sand in the sea, or the sands of the seas. Have you ever took up a grain of sand? All right. So for you to multiply like that, if you're gonna take that literally as a collective, yeah, there's no room for anything but heterosexual in God's eyes, because it's not God's will for you to go into that community. Now, there's people that have gone into that community and have realized and given their life to the Lord Jesus Christ. And those people are some powerful people, boy. I salute them. You know what I'm saying? They talked about drug abuse, mental health and what they had to go through. They described it as being possessed by a demon, not me. I could show you videos of that right now. These are words coming out of people that were lesbians, homosexuals, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But again, the JLP, bro, you got people in your government that is a part of that community. What are you doing? Why are you trying to call out Isaac? I don't know nothing about Isaac Buchanan's personal life, but I'm just saying it is quite hypocritical for you guys to sign the Samoa agreement and come out here calling somebody out about being a homosexual. That is very hypocritical. Very hypocritical. And that man grown. You know what I'm saying? He grown. As long as he ain't messing with no children, hey, it's his life.
Very bad. I found for the people at East Portland, for the JLP beneficiary alone. Because it's me sick as a PMP and me go there to ask help. Me go there because I'm going to say, oh, you know, vote for PMP, so you know, vote for Labour, right? So you can't get no help. I want to know if Akeem Fletcher office or Akeem Fletcher the MP for East Portland.
All right, so what the lady is saying is that she went there for some help, and the man, Akeem Fletcher, told her that she must go to Isaac Buchanan, and we talked about it. He described him in such a way. But the point is, they are the MP. It's their responsibility. They are voted in. So what she went there to get done was their responsibility. But because the lady is not voting for the JLP anymore, this is what the lady is saying, they dealt with her in such a way and tell her to go to Isaac Buchanan, that's not the MP, to fix a problem that the MP is supposed to fix. We're in 2025, and my stance on this is this: if there's a PMP MP that is caught doing this, what this lady is saying, and it's reported and it's proven to be so, I want Mark Golden, a man of integrity, you understand, when he goes into power, to ensure that these people are removed. When you win the election, you serve every Jamaican, Laborites, neutrals, and PMP. There's nobody that is exempt. Turn this thing away from the phone. There's nobody that is exempt from the service. You have been elected by the majority of the people, and you serve all the people. But what is happening here, as the lady is describing here, is the opposite. Because that person does not support the JLP, they don't deserve any help. This is disgusting political behavior. It is low, It is nasty. It is dirty. And you see, let me tell you what I would love to see from the Jamaica Labour Party leadership. When these things are reported, they come out strongly and denounce that behavior and do an investigation into that behavior and let heads roll in terms of people losing their job. You understand? Heads roll is a figure of speech. It's not violent. You know what they're saying in the job space? Heads is going to roll because somebody's going to get fired. Yeah. So I know YouTube is sensitive and I've been saying certain words. Yeah. How you doing? How you doing, Chelsea? Good morning to you. Good morning. Oh, that door pissing me off, man. Why did they put the thing right there? Anyway, let's continue.
Ball out! Whoa! Yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them.
Take them out.
Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland?
Take out somebody.
Man or woman.
So is that something you Akeem Fletcher go on with? But another one you them said it asleep with the boy.
What?
You never hear the argument, Courtney?
What?
About Sakai. And him.
My God.
Ball out!
The young boy.
Ball out!
Wow.
And him them say asleep with the young boy.
Ball out!
No,
No
sir.
man, me did hear them have one video go around say asleep with the young boy. And him the pan chichi argument. So how Daryl have pumps and chich and say,
Help, you key out of the letter.
we need a divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. No, Jamaica, the woman continue, you know. A 4 mice no the woman send me. 4 mice no Jamaica. And I mean them did a sleep with. And where the people them say, it did all over social media. Listen to this now.
Labor, right? You can ask them no question pertaining to no work in East Portland. Oh, so.
Hey, Karen. Me not do that, you know, Karen. But guess what? No power farm against God Almighty can win. And that's what he's against, God Almighty.
Akeem Fletcher are the MP for East Portland. So he could come out there and face himself with me in a that manner to tell me, sir, me go to Isaac. Mr. Buchanan is not the MP as yet for East Portland. But I can tell you something. I will never mark back a ex-JLP Labour Party because you are so wicked and corrupt. Me do something wrong to ask a question. I ask a question pertaining to the work. Me never know if me offend Akeem Fletcher in that manner. He might tell me to go to Isaac Buchanan because he might give a tablet and money, so I definitely go to. So me never know if me offend them in that manner. Me think so they happen to everybody, but me realize that when I vote for them at East Portland, they cannot go and get no help.
Want to hear that? Now, if Akeem did not do what she said, or in the full capacity of what she said he did, if Akeem gave her the impression that that is the mode of operandi, that is still a problem. Just giving the impression alone is a problem. You understand? Yeah. It's a problem. We can't, this cannot work. This cannot work.
I can ask no question, Nina. Because if we not said them, as they said them are Israelite, and we are said Palestine, so they say Palestine are wicked people, you know, and the Israelite good enough. But if me come to your office, I have the Israelite, you give me that answer. I have the Philistine then. Eh? I never see someone when Mr. Steven. Them said to me, pick one. You are the Israelite and the Philistine. Because they said them are the good people and them are God choosing people, you know. That said to me.
Yo, I know I did not hear that. God chosen people, bro. That party is indulged, man. Man, the devil is a liar, bro. What? Man, these people are involved in all types of things. See them put up table and altar and all type of thing. Burn up candle, one whole table with candle and all type of something. Which God? Which God them a talk about? Tell me which God them a talk about. They must be joking. Ain't no way them serious. Anyway, let's continue. You see them in them the other day they had this table with a bunch of candles and apple J and in an apple J buckle. Yo, you don't need glasses. This is them are people that now work with. Them not straight. You understand what I say? Them not straight. They not, man, what? Talking about God people, man. Boy, if God was like man still, you know. Them get striking with a lightning bolt and them say that, you know.
I swear. I say, I'd rather be the Philistine because one of the wicked people. And he said, as long as if the Philistine can't come out, so I say, well, as long as me live, my vote now go front for win the election.
No.
So hold on there. Y'all tell me say she was threatened. She can't come back at the office. This even worse than me think. Me never hear that part there. The lady said she was, wait, hold on there, go back.
If the Philistine can't come out as one of the wicked people, and he said, as long as if the Philistine can't come out, so I say, well, as long as me.
You hear what she said? According to her, he said, that's the guy on the screen, that as long as you're the Philistine, you can't come to that particular office. Jamaica, is this something that we're going to accept? Is this something that we're going to champion? What reason would this lady have to lie? Do you guys think that she's lying? And I mean, she's other people. She talk her experience. She's telling us her experience. Do you guys believe that she's lying? I want to know in the comment section. Do you believe that this lady is lying? I can tell you what I believe. I don't believe that she's lying. Because it's not the first time I'm hearing a story like this. Not the first time, ladies and gentlemen. It happens way too often. And they are very comfortable with those types of things. Which is quite unfortunate because we're supposed to live in a democratic country. But it seems it's anything but democratic. Once you don't agree or you exercise your right to the choice democratically where government is concerned, this might happen to you. It might happen to you. Well, let's continue.
Me live. My vote now go front for win the election.
No. Producer, I don't like that. Can you stop playing it, please? I'm going to say this to me.
You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to stop talking about this government. I'm going to talk about the upcoming government. I'm going to start doing shows breaking down the plans of the PMP and how beneficial those plans are to us, the people of Jamaica, and why you should vote for the PNP. That's what I'm going to do. Because I think that the verdict is in where the JLP is concerned. Like, there's nothing. What else is there to talk about more than some new news that might come out and some new bangarang? We know the character of these people. They don't have good character. You understand? And as a leader, the people that, you know them say about a group, you are as strong as your weakest link. So when you see a weak link, like this youth here, that is alleged to have said these things to the lady. If he really said that to the lady, which I believe, he's a weak jellyback. He's a weak link. Now, as a prime minister, if I was the prime minister, this would be my approach. Like I said, I would probe the situation, I would come out publicly, and I would denounce those utterances. And, you know, it's too late for that. And let me tell you why. But I'm just telling you what I would do first. I would come out, I would announce it, I would do a probe, and I would punish the individual. They would have been suspended and lost their position. You understand? I would not want them to be associated to my political party. And if the other party take them up, it's their loss. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. Because you cannot champion this. But, you know, the Prime Minister is in a pickle, ladies and gentlemen. The Prime Minister is in a pickle. Like and share the video, guys. 2-6, big up yourself. The Prime Minister is in a pickle. Let me tell you why. Because other senior members of his political party has made even worse utterances. Worse than this. And he has not come out and denounced those utterances. He has not lambasted and criticized the individuals publicly. To let everybody know that as a leader, this is what I stand for and this is what I don't stand for. So you see, well-thinking Jamaicans, Andrew Honest, when we see things like this, and it can be corroborated that yes, it goes off it true, and we hear it come out of Desmond Mackenzie more to him say, and we hear Everald Warmington what he said, and we hear what this one said. We look at you like, wait a minute, you agree with this? And then you come out and say things for back up, and you guys are in one unison in your utterances. All well-thinking Jamaicans is going to shun the evil that you are. Yes, because you cannot disenfranchise 70% of Jamaica. Remember, say less than 30% or 30% voted in the last general election, you know. What does that mean? The Andrew Honest, the people that you govern, the majority of them never voted for you. And they never voted for the other party either. They have no confidence in the government. And I think that is one of the biggest failures of this government. They have not done anything to restore confidence in the political class. What they have done is, for those people that never voted, go, see, I told you all of them is the same. Look at what is going on here. And a small criticism to the PNP. Some people think that you guys are not doing enough. Maybe it is unfair given that you don't have the resources like the JLP. Maybe it's unfair because you guys are campaigning like crazy. Maybe it's unfair to say that you're not doing enough. But in terms of you know, the Dennis Chung thing and Dennis Chung thing and people looking at it like you guys should be really protesting more about that situation. You know, That's just an opinion still. I'm just telling you, like, you know, some people think that you're not doing enough. Maybe you're doing something where legislation is concerned or taking them to court is concerned. Maybe you're drafting that up and that's a quiet process. But I'm just telling you, the people, this government has not done anything to have the people have any confidence in the government, you know. And I think that should have been a priority. I really thought, and I've said this before, you know, Andrew Onis really dropped the ball. I listened to Andrew Onis in his first years. Some of the things he was saying when he wanted to come into power. Because you know it's all over the place. If you're not even watching news, you hear him talk. And I said, okay. You know, I never voted, but I said, okay. Um, you know, I was always thinking both of them are the same thing. So I was like, I wonder if him really ever come in and do this the things he said he would do. If he does, that would be great. That's what I was saying. But he just never did anything that he said he would do. The key things that is really important to the people of Jamaica that would have him got a third term, he didn't do it. And he had 2 terms too. Those things that he mentioned in the first 100 days that he would do, man, those are key things. Those are at the top of the list. Term limits, accountability, policies, all that. Those are key things. But you know, he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball.
Baker. Ahab and Jezebel has taken over Portland. Ahab and Jezebel has taken over Portland.
No, you see why the thumbnail says what it says. Not my word. The man said Ahab and Jezebel take over Portland. People them a get water sold to them. Go to the office because you're PMP, you don't get no help. And then you're allegedly threatened that as long as you're PMP, you can't step back foot right here, so. In a free and democratic country? Really?
Ahab and Jezebel Jamaica has taken over Portland.
My God.
Ahab and Jezebel has taken over Portland. And not because of color, not because of creed, Jamaica. Not because you're orange, not because you're green.
Yeah.
Not because you have a disability or you have an ability means that you must be segregated or ostracized when help must be given to you. You hear them I say, I said to give you tablet. Yes, I said has to be giving out tablet because the member of parliament has failed.
Pat W, what's up?
In her dereliction of duties to see to it that the children of Portland has digital devices that can give them access to technology.
Whoa.
So ISAT in the last 7 months has to procure over 3,000 tablets when Anne-Marie Osborne and the Minister of Technology, when could I get in the free tablets and give the people them? But he not give them the free tablet them. He take up the bus them and carry through him friend. We must consider that tonight. And the woman went there just to ask for work. The woman went there just to ask, make an inquiry for work. She never go to the office for beg you, Jamaica.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. She went there to look for work. So if you're not... Yo, I'm laughing, but this is so serious. Man, listen. Oh, my God. The lady didn't go there to beg. She went there to get the opportunity to fish for herself and her family. Marcia, how you doing? Pat W, how you doing? What's going on with the internet all morning? What do you mean? You're not hearing me? Something wrong with your internet? I don't know.
And Jezebel, she never got to the office to beg. She went to the office, Courtney, to do what? And you know, for them to say that them are differentiate themselves as Israelites and Philistines.
What a thing.
And Marie and Daryl, you could never be an Israeli.
Hey.
You could never be an Israelite because we are wicked, evil, and treacherous. Because, and I say you're evil, you know, you, Daryl, say unwa evil.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And you are the slave master, you know.
Oh,
remember,
God.
Bars, they like the estate. You, are the slave master. You and your family has been enriched. Your four parents and your forefathers, your great-grand and your great-grandfather.
Bicycle.
So when you hear this level of skullduggery, Jamaica, the woman...
I'm not even going no further than that. You understand? Big up Andre. Now, this is something we never know about to no people. You don't know the public defender? I not spend a long time on this. But this needs to be highlighted. I never knew this.
Missing. Or is it a case that it's young children, young adults, women, boys? We need to know. We need to know the category of persons who are missing. We need to know, Jamaica, the category of persons who are missing. Are they all girls? Is it a mixture of boys and girls? Is it a mixture of women and girls? Is it a mixture? Them accounted for. 17 have gone missing this year. None has accounted for. It is a call and a cause for concern.
Definitely.
And the Jamaica Constabulary Force that is celebrating that they have a major reduction in crime must equally tell us what is the increase in abductions in the country. What is the increase in the abductions in the country? Can you talk about that? Because this looks like a pattern of human trafficking. This looks like a pattern of organ harvesting. This looks like a pattern of the occult and human sacrifices. But something is totally off with this, Jamaica, and it ought to be discussed.
People, I'm telling you, I've been talking about this on several occasions on my platform. I did a video showing the JCF platform with the amount of missing children that was on there. Something is terribly going wrong in Jamaica. Why is it so easy for our kids to be and these cases, like 95 to 98% of the time, maybe 99, is never solved, you know. And I want somebody in the police force to talk about this and address it and give the facts, the cold-hearted facts. Because honestly, in terms of prevention is the most challenging thing, right? In terms of law enforcement, preventing things from happening. Reaction, that's easy. Reacting to it is easy. We see where the government has used the most extreme reactions with the SOEs, that is unconstitutional, to lock down areas to catch these people and these people and these people, while everybody else suffers and can't go about them business, or even the business. You understand? Violating their right to movement. Right? And it needs to be called out because it cannot continue like this. We need to protect our children. It don't matter where in the world you are, like, you can't have all of these things boasting about technology in the JCF. Have you guys seen the what the JCF displayed to all the invitees? The Prime Minister, I think was there, Mark Bowling was there, I saw Andre Horton was there. I think a lot of them saw and looked at what they were boasting about. Well, you can't boast about these things, but yes, is there a task force that actually monitor children? Is there a task force that actually monitors kids? And when I say monitor, I mean when they're in the streets and they're moving around, right? The taxi them go into, the driver will pick them up. I'm talking about Jamaica Eye. I'm talking about cameras, CT cameras everywhere. And you know, that is a way to actually create jobs. You need people that sit down around the computer for hours watching these cameras. You understand? You also need the help of program AI technology as well to mathematically, you know, narrow down certain videos and clippings to show a pattern of movement when dealing with cases of missing people. Where was this young lady last seen? They need motion detectors. A shocking revelation when Tivoli incursion happens that the man of underground tunnels are lead from Tivoli but all over the city. Underground, yes, underground there, so. You need motion detectors. You need sensors around the place. Right? But with a system like that, you need a government with integrity. You understand? Because if you have people that are allegedly or possibly involved in any type of wrongdoing at the helm of such a system, that is like letting the wolf in the hen house for just slaughter all our chickens them. Well, let's continue. The real thing I'm going to show now.
Why the JCF is missing people? So how is it going missing? As they have the panic all missing and not missing in one or two. To be missing in the teens, that's a lot of people. I mean, warning people to be on the lookout. Georgia Bramwell, and you are telling me people are missing in the parish of Manchester, including Georgia Bramwell, and you are telling me people of Jamaica. You are telling me that this is not of national importance.
It is national. It's a breach of national security.
Something is not right, and something ought to be addressed.
Listen. The level of amount of missing children in Jamaica is a breach of national security. Straight up and down. Our children has to be a national pride that we take pride in. And if our children are being ripped apart from our society in this manner, we can't find them, alarms need to be raised and action need to be taken.
I see where the Office of the Public Defender, no alert has been put out for these people. No alert has been put out for these people. Had that mother didn't get an interview, you wouldn't hear nobody talking about it.
Yeah, what happened to Ananda alert? Isn't there any system, that is funded where it is plastered all over? The person's picture is digitally plastered all over the country on the lookout for a missing child or a missing person. There's no system like that in Jamaica. Wow.
I see the Office of the Public Defender now has come out. The Office of the Public Defender, she has come out saying she's probing the operations of the Jamaica Sex Offenders Registry. Mrs. Cameron Reed, no one knows you as the public defender.
I don't know her.
You are very ineffective. You are very ineffective. No one believes you are doing any work.
I don't know her.
No one believes you are doing any work. You are very ineffective as the public defender.
You don't know her?
The amount of things that are happening to the poor people in this country. Extrajudicial killings by the police. Extrajudicial killings by the police. And nothing, Cameron Reed. Nothing. And you're just coming on talking about probing operation of a Jamaica Sex Offenders Registry. That should have been center stage, Cameron Reed.
Long time.
People never even know that you exist.
I
as
didn't.
the office of the public defender?
I sure didn't. I didn't. At first, me I know her name, I know her, see her, or nothing. Look how much things happening in Jamaica where required her presence. I've not heard from this lady or seen her. What happened to her when we were out protesting for the extrajudicial killings? Where was she? If she heads the office of public defense, where was she? At first, I know her to Patricia. I mean, I tell her, at first, me I see her.
All people are going to do is sit down and collect salary. Sit down and collect salary, nothing more.
Wow.
Who knows she?
I don't.
Who knows her, Jamaica?
But when I go hear the bangarang, people, when I go hear the bangarang.
Who knows this woman as the public defender?
Mighty God.
I'm going to see this, Jamaica. It's not about a salary for me. But I should be getting the salary from Mrs. Cameron Reed because I operate more as an officer of the public defender than this lady.
That is a fact. No.
I didn't know that she's the public defender.
No, that's a fact. If Andre Stevens was heading the office of public defender, man, listen. Yeah, all right. May I tell you some people I would give that position. Out of the press, Dark Your Mind TV, Mystic Sensation, obviously Andre, because my first one, Mr. come up with this and show me this. And obviously his reputation speak for himself. But may I tell you some other people. Aromatic TV, Jamaica Hot Topic, who else? Right now, Curly Locks and Two Locks, straight. Then two brother there, yeah, would I recommend them for officer public defender. Who else me see? Honorable mention Anissa Bell Rose. We ain't knowing some for sure. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. We ain't knowing some with that. Oh, mighty God of Daniel. Who else me say? Mr. Will Rattigan would have been like over the top. If Mr. Will Rattigan were the public defender, that would be over the top. With his experience, oh my goodness. Jamaica would be in a good standing. Jamaica would be in good standing. But people only hear the bangaranka, may I tell you?
Who knew that this woman was the public defender? Very unknown. Very docile, very ineffective.
Mighty God.
Very reverent, very back of the class.
No, sir.
I believe Jamaica is now seeing you for the first time as the public defender.
Hey, I'm if you tell you, me no know her.
Who knows her, Jamaica?
I don't know this
They look
lady.
more like the public disgrace.
Oh my God.
I remember people like Arlene Harrison. As much as she smoked a lot, you remember that Arlene Harrison would be speaking in the public's interest. You would have remembered Earl Witter. As much as him smoke plenty too. People remember Earl Witter.
Hey, Andre, no people business to you know. Hey, Andre.
No one knows you. So
No.
you have failed the public as the defender of the public.
No, me not lie. Me don't know that lady.
You have failed Mrs. Cameron.
First me I see her.
Reed Cameron or whatever you need.
Me not see her in that one news clipping. Me not see her.
No,
She not active.
No, you are talking about operation. You're going to be looking to it. You should be on the streets with the people calling for the sex offenders.
Of course.
To be made public.
Of course.
You should be on the streets with the people
Of
calling
course.
for the offenders registry to be made public.
This is
Enough of you people collecting taxpayers' money in this country.
Terrible,
and nothing
man.
is being done about it.
Terrible.
Ineffective. It's people like you must be paid according to performance evaluation.
Mighty
because
God.
For performance evaluation, you would not be getting a salary.
Mighty God.
You would not be getting a salary.
Wow.
Because you have failed the public.
Wow.
Who is your main constituents.
Wow.
You have failed the public. Who is your main constituents, Mrs. Cameron?
Christ for life,
You're
big up.
grossly ineffective. And I want people to send this to her, screen record it and send it to her. You have failed in your dereliction of duties. You have failed in your fiduciary duties as the office of the public defender. You have failed miserably. And a woman like you should have a performance evaluation And if the people evaluate you, there will be no salary for you, Mrs. Cameron.
Mighty
Not
God.
one salary for you. Because you have never worked in the interest of the poor people in this country. You have never worked in the interest of the people in this country. You have never worked in the interest of the children of this country. And you have never worked for the many women and men and boys and girls who have lost their families to extrajudicial killings in this country. You have failed miserably.
No, more I know. When, how long has this lady been the public defender? How long has she been the public defender? Make me type in it. Public defender of Jamaica. Carolyn Reed Cameron, who has sworn in since September 2nd, 2022. My God. Look how much things happen from then. And I first me I know that lady here. Me just look you up a while ago. See the people? Carolyn Cameron Reed. See there? No, sir. First me I know her.
Miserably failed the people of this country. Failed.
That's crazy.
I hear Reverend Mark Stewart. That she's the wife is Wisconsin teacher.
Hold on there.
That is why she's so silent. To the age that she's the wife of. So them say, Andre, it is alleged that she's the wife of one of Wholeness lawyers.
So, when you hear the allegation there, that is an allegation. Now, if the allegation is true, it would all make sense. Yeah, it would all make sense.
That is why she's so silent. Do you hear that? Somebody whisper. So them say, Andre, it is alleged that she's the wife of one of Wholeness lawyers. That is why she's so silent. Do you hear that? Somebody whispers the teacher, it is alleged she's the wife of one of the Prime Minister's lawyers. That is why she's so silent. You hear that? I wouldn't be surprised by those allegations.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't be surprised
I wouldn't
by
either.
those allegations.
Patrice, you're too bad.
You hear? I would not be surprised by those allegations. And all I can say, Almighty God, we need your intervention. Almighty God, it's done. So now you understand. I hear Reverend Mark Stewart. Oh. I hear Reverend Mark Stewart saying that you guys must pray for me. I hear Reverend Mark Stewart saying that you guys must pray for me. Listen to what he said. Remember, in Jamaica, it's not the first they have tried after us. Listen to what he said.
And we got to pray for Andre Stevens too. And the other guy there, Topic, and some of these guys who are voicing in the atmosphere because they're coming after them. They're going after, and they will go hard to take down Andre Stevens. Hot Topic. All of these voices that has a
Hi, Diana.
and a great listenership. They have all of us on their radar. There is a plot to take us down. Because they know
Vicky, big up.
with our voices in the atmosphere, they're going to have problems fulfilling their plan on Jamaicans.
Jamaica. Prophet Mark Stewart, I've heard you. But my response is, on Christ, the solid rock I stand. On Christ, the solid rock I stand.
That is it.
Let me say it again.
On Christ, the solid rock I stand.
I stand. All other ground is
Sinking sand.
All underground Jamaica is sinking sand. My hope is built on nothing less. On Christ, the solid ground I stand. Lawrence Rowe, come here.
Alright. I just saw me I cut it off. Yeah, man. So we see the lady go for a job at the JLP office, and according to her, them kick her out because she not vote for them. Public defender, I had to highlight that. She named Caroline Reed Cameron. First me I know her. And she's supposed to be public defender. Isn't the public defender supposed to be actively in the public's eye, defending the public? Isn't that the whole thing about a public defender? I'm not even gonna go into the allegation, like, you know, that's an allegation. Alright, who her husband is. Seems like she's married. She's named Carol Reed Cameron. You know, hey, it is what it is. But this thing about them coming after the top blogger them, all the vloggers or whatever, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I wouldn't be surprised. I was already warned or gotten a heads up about that prophetically already. I'm talking about since last year. Alright? So, you know, it is what it is, man. It's either you stand up for something or you fall for anything in the people. At the end of the day, if you guys want to be slaves, again, hey, continue on the same path that you're doing and don't make any change. I'm guaranteeing you, you're going to become slaves again. Is it you mean really build for your slave life? That's why I stopped working for people. Because many times it just feels like I'm being exploited. Never getting what I truly deserve based off my work. Yeah. And even when I was an entrepreneur, you know, and set your price, people still, you know what I mean? So there's many different ways to skin a cat, yes? And yeah, so here we are. Here we are right now. Star Trek Wagwan. Yes, good to see you. Yeah, so that's just the reality of it all. Is either you're gonna lay down and become a slave, and them continue if you just grape your like the people them in a Portmore, mighty God. Them are selling the water instead of putting infrastructure in place to make sure so they get water on the yard. Like, come on, man. I want you guys to think about this. How much money is spent on water every day or every month? That is it, Patricia. Lift up your faith. God is in control. I want to know if you consider this. How much money do you guys pay for water every month? When you're actually gonna pay somebody to carry water to your house, how much money you pay every month. How much you can afford to pay? Is that a sustainable way of getting water? No, it's not. You're gonna be broke. You're gonna go into your savings because the bills them is right in front of you. Alright? They ain't going nowhere. And you're adding on another bill. So what you gonna do? Well, I have a suggestion. Outside of the main obvious thing is to vote for what you want this coming election. Don't stick to no evil. Alright? If the evil is you have to buy water every month, change. Change from that evil. That evil is gonna run you dry. Alright? Now, in terms of unity, say for instance you have a community of 200 households, 100 households. Let's carry to the smallest number, 100 households. You have 100 houses in this community, right? Big community that you know. Yeah man, big up Pastor Peter Chambers, brother. So anyway, you have 100 houses. One house, all houses put up $10,000. How much money that? Somebody do maths faster, man. I'm not going like say one of the maths it. When my maths people in there. Alright. Me know say I'm more than $10,000, but me I try showing you something. You have 100 houses. $10,000 a month is $1 million between the 100 people. I'm saying? Multiply that by the year. $12 million. How are you doing, Sassy? That's $12 million. $12 million for the year. How much money does it take to run these pipes and everything? Can there be a collaboration between the NWC and the people of the community? I just think that these things can be fixed very, very swiftly if we really put our minds to it and put our head to it. You know? I really do. Water is too essential. Water is way too essential. And that reminds me, NWC, you know, I've never had a bad relationship with them, you know. And I don't want it to go to that point. Because water is just too important. Can you guys do your jobs in a timely manner, please? Communities that already have water, when there's an issue and water is wasting, can you guys promptly move to that situation? It was reported the pipe burst. It have flooded out somebody community, somebody business place and somebody yard. Why 1 week or 2 weeks have it passed before you fix it? Why? I don't understand. I really don't. You know, I really don't. And thank God, say back water I drink because I don't suffer just to drink water. Yeah, I saw that video. I did a reaction to it, but I didn't do a reaction that was recorded. Yeah, I did a live stream about that yesterday. About his connection to the lodge and them something there. Yeah, man. Pastor Chambers are doing research, you know, man. Mighty God. So, I am praying that this week does not pass. Excuse me. I'm praying that this week does not pass and Water Commission actually come fix the pipe them. You say water they put more. Water better they put more. Cause put more hot. Yo, man, some family I put more, John. Yo, it's not. I'm a favorite. Some of my favorite people, them, but yeah, man, the heat, the mosquitoes, bruh. Nah, bro. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. And the fact that the water pressure not high. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I'm a big guy, man. I need running water, alright? I need running water. So I'm giving you guys my best. But I'm very, very upset right now. Of that situation. It's where you say the heat no bother you, you take care of that. How you do that? How you do that in Portmore? First of all, the building them in a Portmore, I don't know, nobody gave them the memo when they were building these buildings that at the top you're gonna need some type of thing to keep the house cool. To help keep the house cool. They say the house fully loaded, AC and them something there. Electric bill high. You better have some solar panel on the top of them the house there. That may I tell you, take off some electric bill. Because, you know. I see some other things still on the media. But yeah. I have a premiere coming up at 12:30, so I'm gonna end this. And I'm no longer gonna promote the links, ladies and gentlemen. 50,000 a month, but it's paid. Damn. Yeah, that's a lot. You need to invest in some solar panel here, Patricia. Yeah, man. Spend a big bulk of money, actually buy or pay down panel, install, whatever, and connect up a thing. Think it's a wise investment. Yeah, man. You know, because what is that? People, I gotta go. I don't know what just happened. Something break. Big up yourself, everybody. Look more.